Is morality objective?
Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in for our debate tonight. Welcome to the round table. We have our debate for tonight is all about is morality objective. That is our topic for tonight, and our panelist for tonight is Sensei Ilo versus Tommy. Sensei Ilo is negative and Tommy is affirmative. Now, before we start, I'm just gonna read like our rules, the rules of our platform. I'm just gonna read it to you guys. So the rules, of course, no ad hominem and personal attacks. Number one. The second is in our cross question and answer portion. Question must always be answered only until relevance depart. The third, profanities are not allowed. Fourth, construct your statement in the most precise and simple manner. And next is both in this cross-examinations, both will be given 2 minutes to answer and to question and answer in this part. And then the answer the question directly before your explanations. No violations will be given because there will be no objection in this format. Okay, and our format for tonight is we have 10 minutes opening statement from affirmative side, 10 minutes opening statement from negative side. After the opening statement, next is the rebuttal, which is 5 minutes, again, starting from the affirmative side. And then next, 5 minutes rebuttal from the negative sides. After the rebuttal, we have a 12 open time, 12 minutes discussion type debate. As always, affirmative will gonna go first. They will be given 2 minutes to ask questions and also 2 minutes to answer the questions. They have the right. They have in this sections. They have the right to call fallacies, but they are not allowed to object. There is no objection allowed in this part. And then also, and after 12 minutes. The negative will proceed to cross-exam. Again, 2 minutes for the question and answer portions. So I guess that's all. And before we commence, thank you so much for tuning in. And then I will give you 1 minute each to introduce yourselves and to say something. I will give you 1 minute time. Tommy, do you want to go first?
Thank you, moderator. I'm very excited to debate again kasi ang last na debate ko is mga September. So, na-miss ko talaga mag-debate. Isa sa mga pastime ko talaga mag-debate ever since nung nag-DOTF. So, nakaka-miss. I'm very excited na mag-debate tonight. And quick question nga pala, pwede bang magpa-expand ng mamaya sa latag ko?
Yes.
Magpa-expand ng display na, sige.
Yeah. You are allowed to request that and you will be given the time. Yes.
Thanks. Shout out nga pala. Shout out sa mga friends ko. Ang dami nila kasi, so shout out sa inyong lahat, guys. Danny, Prof. Au, sila George, sila Flowers, sila Brother Grace.
All right. Thank you so much, Tommy. Your 1 minute is up. Now let's go to Sensei Ilo. You have 1 minute to introduce yourself. Go ahead, if you please.
Ayan. So, kilala niyo na naman ako, Sensei Ilo. Mystic Atheist. Shoutout nga pala sa 61 million viewers natin. Shoutout din kay Tommy. Thank you din, Tommy, no, sa pag-accept ng invitation ko na magkaroon tayo ng discussion type debate. And hopefully, itong discussion type debate format ay maging successful nang sa ganun, ma-adapt pa to ng ibang platform na maging productive yung debate. Okay? So, yeah, so I am very excited sa magiging flow ng discussion namin ni Tommy. I hope na mag-benefit din yung mga listeners natin and yung mga audience natin. And thank you guys sa mga Illuminatics dyan. Thank you din sa Roundtable sa pag-cater ng debate namin. Thank you din sa sa ating moderator or facilitator for tonight. Yeah, so thank you.
All right. Is that all, Sensei Ilo? Do you still have something to say?
Not anymore.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, the wait is over. Our topic for tonight is morality really objective? That is our big question that we're gonna tackle for tonight. Now, let's see what will happen. So what is your thought about our topic for tonight, guys? So if you have like any questions below, just comment your questions, just support your panelists for tonight, and let's start our debate. As of sa debate po natin tonight, palagi po tayong magsa-start sa affirmative. Tommy, are you ready?
Yes, pa-expand na lang po.
Okay, your 10 minutes will start now.
Pa-expand na lang po. Pa-expand po. Shout out na rin Diyos sa baba. So, nag-prepare ako ng visual aid kasi mahirap siya i-explain. So, I have to prepare ng visual aid. Pero, naka-mirror siya, pero magigets nyo naman makukuha nyo naman. So, it's very important to start with the definitions and foundations. So, first, ito ang ibig sabihin ng metaphysics, epistemology, and ontology. So, si ontology, branch siya ng metaphysics. Okay, and then this is epistemology. Ano nga ba ang metaphysics? Ang metaphysics is about existence, reality, truths. And ontology, the nature of existence, the nature of reality, and the nature of truths. So yan yung ontology. Ang epistemology is yan yung justification sa existence, justification sa reality, and justification sa truths. So, wag tayong maligaw dito. Metaphysics, about existence, reality, truths. Ontology, about the nature. Granting already the metaphysics. Tinatanong na lang niya, ano ang nature? So, baliktad nga ang pero sige lang. Ngayon, it's very important na ang flow ng debate tonight is hindi mag-override sa scope ng topic. Okay? Para walang misrepresentation, walang red herring and straw man. So ano ba ang topic? Is morality objective? May difference ang moral epistemology and moral ontology. Okay? Moral epistemology and moral ontology. Ang moral ontology, ibig sabihin, is, ang moral epistemology is, sinasabi, how do we know something is wrong? Okay? How do we know something is wrong? So, ang moral ontology is the nature of that something being wrong or being right. Okay? So, ang topic tonight is moral ontology, hindi moral epistemology. Okay? Hindi natin tinatanong kung ano ang pruweba natin na mali ang grape. Okay? Hindi natin yan tanong na paano mo nalaman na mali ang grape. Yan ay moral epistemology. How do you know grape is wrong? How do you know that? Relative. Okay, relative to society. Group consensus. How do you know some grape is wrong? Maybe about its consequence. Deontology or divine command. Okay? But that's not the topic. The topic is, ano ang nature if something is wrong? So for example, grape is wrong. Ano ang nature niya? Ano ang ontological status niya? Yan yung topic. So dalawa lang ang kakahinatnan sa moral ontology. Objective or subjective. Okay? So, for example, abortion is wrong. Okay? If abortion is wrong, is that objective? That being wrong, objective or subjective lang? Okay? So hindi natin ipoprove tonight na ang abortion is wrong. Abortion is wrong kasi group consensus, relative. Abortion is wrong kasi ang consequence ganito. Abortion is wrong kasi against the divine command. Hindi yan ang moral epistemology. Hindi yan ang topic is moral ontology. Ano ang nature? For example, abortion is right. For example, for pro-choice people, abortion is right. Ano ang nature niya? Being right. Objective ba yun? Subjective. Nagets nyo? Nagets nyo ang difference ng moral ontology and moral epistemology? Hindi natin topic why grape is wrong, why abortion is right. Ang topic is, if abortion is right, is that objective or subjective? Gets? If abortion is wrong, is that mind-dependent or independent? Yan ang topic, okay? Gets? If abortion is wrong, is that objective, subjective? If abortion is right, is that subjective, objective? Hindi, how do we know abortion is wrong or abortion is right? Okay, ang scope ng topic, para hindi tayo mag-red herring is, it's not about God's existence. Okay, hindi topic tonight ang God's existence. Hindi rin topic tonight ang ground for morality. God being the ground of morality, hindi yan ang topic. Okay? Hindi rin ang topic ang mga personal faith. Yung mga walang moral weight. Mga personal faith, yung hindi ka mahilig sa kape. Wala namang moral weight yun. Walang moral degree. Kung ikaw sinabi mo na hindi masarap ang kape, walang moral degree yun or moral weight. Okay, hindi topic ang mga personal taste, grounding, or God's existence. Yan ang topic is human mind dependent o human mind dependent. Independent sa human mind or dependent sa human mind. Yan ang topic. Okay? Subjective or objective. So, for example, ganito. Tao, tapos ito yung mind niya. So, for example, moral truths. Ang moral truths ba nag-i-exist lang sa mind, dependent lang siya sa mind, or ang moral truths is independent, not only perceived by the mind, but also existing independently. Gets? Ito ang tao, ito ang independent existence niya. So yan ang ibig sabihin ng objective independent existence. Though perceived siya sa mind, but ang existence niya, objective, independent. So, ganun din for example, sa mga physical world. So, sa physical world. Ang physical world, perceived by the mind. But ang existence niya, independent of the mind. Mag-agree kasi, I think nag-agree kami ni Ilo dito kasi nagbibilib kami sa realism or objective reality. So, ganun ang topic tonight ganun ang claim kong tonight moral truths are not only perceived by the mind, but existing objective. Okay? Independent of human mind. Ano bang proofs na objective ang morality? Number 1, law of non-contradiction. Law of non-contradiction, nag-apply sa whenever there are equal opposites. Okay? When things are equally opposite, they cannot be true at the same time. Okay? For example, walang Diyos, tapos merong Diyos. Pwede ba yun true at the same time na walang Diyos para sa mga atheists, and then merong Diyos para sa theists? Pwede ba yun true at the same time? Equally opposite yun, magkasulungat sila. So hindi pwede true at the same time ang dalawa. Isa lang ang tama sa kanila. So kung true. Okay, yan ang ontological status. That's why philosophers call it moral truths. Kasi ganun ang nature ng existence ng morality. It's either true or false. So for example, grape is wrong. Grape is wrong is either true or false. Okay? So hindi topic ang bakit wrong ang grape, hindi. Ang topic is grape being wrong, objective or subjective. Okay? So, since ang ontological status ng morality is it being true, therefore follows objective. Bakit objective? Because if there were no human minds, it would still be true that there were no human minds. Okay? Number 2 proofs yun. Number 3 proofs na objective ang morality is reductio ad absurdum. Pero wala na akong time. May dalawa pa ako dito.
For me, it's okay. I'm so sorry because there were technical difficulties that we've encountered. So we will gonna give you 2 minutes. Is that okay, Sensei Ilo? Because we lost audio for a moment. We will give you 2 minutes to present your side. Is that okay with you?
That's fine with me. And but I'm asking also an extension if I ever reach my limit, like 1 minute extension. If I consume my limit.
Okay. Is that okay with you,
Sure,
Tommy?
no problem.
I'm so sorry, guys. They're just technical difficulty. Thank you so much. Go ahead, Tommy. You still have 2 minutes. Thank you.
So, number 3 proofs natin is reductio ad absurdum. Sa mathematics, ang tawag dito is proof by contradiction. So, ano ba ibig sabihin ng proof by contradiction? Considering y to be true and y being true leads to contradiction, therefore follow its opposite x is therefore true. Yan ang ibig sabihin ng reductio ad absurdum. Kino-consider mo ang opposite niya to be true, and the opposite being true leads to absurdity or contradiction. Therefore follow its opposite, yung position ko, is therefore true. So, since ang ontological status ng morality is it being true, hindi pwedeng maging subjective ang truth kasi self-defeating kung subjective ang truth. If you claim that there are no objective truths, that is self-defeating. Therefore, by virtue of reductio ad absurdum, proof by contradiction, follows na objective ang morality. Kasi absurd to consider morality being subjective. Okay, ang last proof na objective ang morality is moral intuition and imposition. Moral intuition and imposition. We all believe in moral objectivity. Sabi ni Jordan Peterson, expert sa human behavior si Jordan Peterson kasi psychologist siya. Sabi niya, what you really believe is best shown on how you act rather than what you say. So, actions ang true revealer ng belief. We all impose our morality. Kulang lang sukli mo sa taxi. Sasabihin mo, ba't kulang? Ibalik mo sa akin ang sukli, mali yan. I-impose mo siya. Nagrarally tayo for the LGBT rights, di ba? Sa abortion rights. Kasi we live in objective morality.
All right. Thank you so much, Tommy, for a very compelling and very interesting point about is morality objective. And now let's proceed to Sensei Ilo. Is morality really objective? Are you ready, Sensei Ilo?
I'm ready.
Okay, we'll give you 10 minutes to present your opening statement.
Yung timer, naka-stop. Is morality objective? Sisimulan ko ang aking opening statement sa pag-quote kay Sir Friedrich Nietzsche. Kapag pumatay ka ng ipis, you're a hero. Kapag pumatay ka ng butterfly, you're a villain. Morality have aesthetic criteria. Kapag tinanong mo ang mga Jainism, sekta ng Hinduism, they will say na immoral ang pagpatay ng ipis. Kapag tinanong mo naman ang ordinaryong Kristiyano, well, wala namang masama dun. Kasi peste naman sila. Dito pa lang tapos na ang usapan. I have already proven morality is relative. Tonight, I will put an end sa ilusyon ng objective morality by showing its absurdity. I will argue that morality is inherently relative at ang model ng moral relativism ang pinaka-best na nag-explain ng reality, which objective morality fails to explain. Simulan natin sa definition ng morality. Ano nga bang morality? Morality is defined as able to distinguish right from wrong. Meanwhile, in philosophy, objective is simply understood as an absolute unchanging truth, exists independently of the mind. Sa objective morality, ang moral facts ay encoded, written in the fabric of existence. Kapag sinabi mo na objective ang isang bagay, it should not care about opinions, emotions, popularity, context, situation, or even personal reason. It is just universally true. Just to give you an analogy, ang mathematical statement na 1 plus 1 equals 2 is truly objective. Regardless kung galit ka, happy ka, marami kayo, o ikaw lang, nasa ang timeline ka man sa history ng humanity, 1 plus 1 will always be equal to 2. Same lang din ang morality. If ang morality ay truly objective, regardless kung anong emosyon mo, regardless kung ilan kayo, regardless kung nag-exist ka man sa Southern Africa 300,000 years ago, what is moral will always be moral. What is immoral will always be immoral. The moment that my opponent Tommy says the magical word na moral judgment of right and wrong is situational and contextual, he is already proving my point. Morality is relative. Sa principle ng objective morality, if killing a human being is wrong, killing a human being is wrong. Walang excuses. If may hold-upper na intentionally napatay ng responding police, in Tommy's worldview, immoral, unethical ang action ng police. Because again, killing a human being is objectively wrong. Try to imagine this. Suppose merong hard killer and tinanong niya si Tommy, saan nagtatago ang father mo? Tommy knows yung intention ng hard killer behind this question. Since Tommy believes in objective morality and lying is objectively wrong, he has the moral duty to act morally right. Dapat lang ituro ni Tommy kung nasan yung father niya. Ito ay kahit alam pa niya ang brutal outcome ng kanyang honesty. And this is why ang notion ng objective morality ay absurd, impractical, and unrealistic. Let's destroy objective morality in the power of syllogism. Premise 1. If objective morality is true, dapat kaunti lang o wala ni isang moral disagreement ang nag-e-exist sa mundo. Premise 2. Moral disagreement exists in great numbers. Therefore, objective morality is false. Sa Sweden, UK, morally acceptable ang abortion, while sa El Salvador and Honduras, ito ay immoral and not allowed. Sa state ng Texas, death penalty is morally acceptable. Sa state ng Michigan, death penalty is immoral and not allowed. Sa Portugal, euthanasia is morally acceptable, while sa Italy, it is immoral and not allowed. Sa North Sentinel Island Korowai tribe, moral ang cannibalism, while sa Native American tribe Cherokee, it is immoral and not allowed. Heto pa yung matindi. Meron palang community sa Malawi na para sa kanila moral na ipasexual assault mo yung virgin mong anak na babae sa stranger, which is kalimitan 10 years old regardless kung willing yung bata or hindi. This is literally RAPE sa mata ng publiko. But again, for this specific community, it is morally good and normal. Moral disagreement should not exist. if objective morality is true, the very existence of moral disagreement certainly destroy the notion of objective morality. Next, moral evolution. Premise 1. If morality is truly objective, dapat walang moral evolution. Premise 2. Understanding of moral values evolve from time to time. Therefore, objective morality is false. Sa sinaunang Judaism, Islam, early Christianity, ang pagkain ng karne ng baboy ay kinukonsiderang immoral. Sa post-Roman Europe, naging normal na ang pagkain ng mga Christian sa karne ng baboy. Ngayon, dahil sa pagliganap ng veganism, may mga grupo ng Christian veganism na ang tingin sa pagkain ng kahit anong karne ng hayop ay immoral at unethical. Moral evolution should not exist if objective morality is true. The very existence of moral evolution certainly destroy the notion of objective morality. Next, premise 1. If morality is truly objective, dapat grounded ang moral beliefs sa mga objective moral facts. Premise 2. Moral beliefs cannot be grounded in objective moral facts because objective moral facts are unverifiable and unknowable. Therefore, objective morality is false. Wala nga tayong consensus sa method, wala tayong consensus sa principle, ways para ma-discover ang mga moral facts na kinakailangan para maging totoo ang objective morality. Saan ba naka-imprint ang mga moral facts? Sa puso, sa baga, sa DNA, sa chromosome, sa utak? San? Nasaan yung moral facts na grounding ng objective morality? And moral facts should be evident if objective morality is true. If slavery is wrong, then it should be self-evident and everyone should have a unified judgment about it. But this is not the case. Problematic nature of moral facts should not exist if objective morality is true. The problematic nature of moral facts certainly disproves the notion of objective morality. Now, I have to mention na si Tommy naniniwala siya sa micro and macro evolution. Pero science says humans are animals too. Kung ang tao, as Tommy believes, ay produkto lamang ng evolusyon, then lumalabas na ang human behavior, which is highly rooted sa principle ng morality, ay resulta lang pala ng evolutionary process. The so-called human morality is just an extension of animal instinct such as survival and self-preservation. If ang human behavior ay hinubog lamang ng evolutionary process, then it cannot be objective in the first place. To strengthen my point, if ang actions ng mga animals ay ginajudge natin na amoral, pag sinabi kasing amoral, neither good, neither bad. Such as when a tiger kills a deer or a lion devour a gazelle. So lalabas na human actions are also technically amoral. Kasi produkto tayo ng evolution. Neither good, neither bad. Because we are also considered as animals. Higher form lang. In fact, evolution supports moral relativism which says na ang morality is an evolutionary and social construct. Dapat pala, moral relativist si Tommy since he believes in micro and macro evolution. So to finalize my opening statement, sa relativism, you can simply explain moral disagreement, moral evolution, and moral differences. It is because of different traditions, cultures, belief system, and environment. Pero sa moral objectivism, you really need mental gymnastics in order to explain this phenomenon. I have presented strong convincing arguments why morality cannot be and will never be objective. The challenge is now with Tommy to disprove everything I've said. Thank you.
Is that all, Sensei Ilo? Are you willing to waive your time?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm waiving my time.
Okay, thank you so much. That was a very fascinating and also compelling negations about the objectivity of morality. Thank you so much, Tommy and Sensei Elu. Now, let's go to the rebuttal part, which is we give you 5 minutes each to rebut each other. Now, as always, we're gonna start with the affirmative side. Tommy, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, your time starts now.
So, maganda yung example ni Ilo about the butterfly and the cockroach. Iba-iba ang paniniwala natin. Meron tayong, sabi niya, moral aesthetics. Sa iba, hindi pwedeng patayin ng butterfly. Pero kapag cockroach, okay lang patayin. So, sabi niya, ito daw, proof na daw to agad na relative ang morality. For something to be objective, it doesn't have to be universally agreed. Okay? For something to be objective. For example, the Earth is objectively globe. Okay? That is a fact. The Earth is objectively globe. But it is not universally agreed that the Earth is globe. Kasi may mga flat earthers. Gravity is a fact. But it is not universally agreed. May nagdi-deny sa gravity na hindi daw nag-i-exist. Time is objective. But may mga time deniers. They don't believe in the existence of time. May mga climate change deniers. Even though climate change is a fact. So, ligwak ang very, very proof ni Ilo, premise 1, there should be no disagreement daw. And then premise 2, sabi niya, there is disagreement, therefore follows, hindi daw objective. So, ligwak ang premise 1 niya na it should be no disagreement kung objective. False ang premise 1, therefore the conclusion does not follow. Kasi, for something to be objective, it doesn't have to be universally agreed. Sabi ni Martin Roos, atheist philosopher of science sa Florida State University, if you are someone who believes that torturing a little child is morally correct, if you are that someone, then you are mistaken the same way as 1 plus 1 equals 3. Okay? Anong ibig sabihin ni Martin Roos, atheist philosopher? Pwede kang magkamali sa morality. That's why may disagreement. Pwede kang magkamali. Pwede ka nga magkamali sa 1 plus 1 equals 2. Sabi nila, 1 plus 1, Magellan daw. Sabi nila, 1 plus 1, 11. Sabi nila, 1 plus 1, 3. May disagreement. It doesn't disprove objectivity. Okay, so false ang premise 1. So, the same way nagkakamali tayo sa mathematics, the same way nagkakamali tayo sa physical facts about the Earth being globe, it does not follow in the objective. Okay? So, ang pangalawa niya ng syllogism is, premise 1, dapat daw ang morality grounded sa moral facts. Premise 2, hindi naman daw grounded sa moral facts, therefore, false daw ang objective morality. Na-prove niya, ang argument na to, is argument sa position ko. Kasi di ba sabi ko na ang ontological status ng morality, if they exist, ang ontological status niya, is it being true. Okay? So ang tanong ngayon, ang moral truths ba, subjective lang ba yon o objective ang moral truths? Kasi yun ang ontological status ng morality mismo, if they exist. Are they true? Great is wrong. Is that true? Great is wrong. Is that true? Kasi kung true yan, moral truths or moral fact yan. So, dapat grounded sa moral facts. So, argument for me. He just gave me an additional argument. Di ba? So, ligwak ang dalawang argument niya. Then, sa moral evolution, that's how we discover morality, moral facts. That's not how we invented moral facts or truths. Okay? Kasi para daw sa human survival, we need to survive. That's why the reason na discover natin ang moral truths and facts. In fact, diyan na discover ang mathematics, ang mathematical truths. Diyan na-discover ang gravity. Because we have to advance the civilization. Ligwak lahat ang argument.
All right. Thank you so much, Tommy, for a very insightful rebuttal in this round. Now let's go proceed to Sensei Ilo. We will give you another also like 5 minutes to give your rebuttal statement. Are you ready, Sensei Ilo?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Time starts now.
Seriously, I don't know where to respond. Kasi kung nakita nyo yung opening statement ni Tommy, nagkwento lang siya about moral ontology, moral epistemology. Yun lang. And then sineseparate niya yung dalawa. But you cannot separate that. Because the moment you're talking about moral ontology, it follows na paano mo nalaman yung ontological state ng bagay na yon. So, lumalabas na connected yung moral ontology at moral epistemology. First of all, Tommy and I does not have any agreement kung ano yung scope ng discussion namin. So yung mga dinisplay kanina ni Tommy na pinofocus niya lang sa moral ontology at hindi sa moral epistemology ay walang bearing. Kasi wala naman din kaming usapan in the first place. Now, sinabi ni Tommy na it does not have to be universally agreed for it to be objective. I do agree. However, yung mga examples na binigay mo na 1 + 1 = Magellan and you're talking about flat earth, it's not objectively true. It's not objectively true. But when it comes to morality, sino yung nagde-decide what is objective? Kung talagang merong objective morality, bakit walang consensus yung mga tao about objective morality? Kasi may consensus ang mga tao regarding 1 + 1 = 2. May consensus ang mga tao regarding na bilog ang earth at hindi flat. Pero when it comes to morality, lying is wrong, stealing is wrong, killing is wrong, murder is wrong. Pero pag nilagay mo na sa isang certain situation na kailangan mong gawin yon, nagiging moral na. Hindi na siya immoral. So nagbabago na. Again, let's define what objectivity means. Kasi parang nakakalimutan natin. Objectivity means in philosophy is absolute, unchanging truth. Exists independently of the mind. Yan yung ibig sabihin ng objectivity. The moment na may pagbabago, the moment na may disagreement, nagpapatunay lang to na hindi nga objective. Kasi paano mag-i-evolve ang morality? For example, when it comes to slavery, let's go back to slavery. Noong unang panahon, yung mga tao, tingin nila sa slavery okay lang. Can we say na yung mga tao noong unang panahon, mali yung moral facts na nalaman nila about slavery? Kasi kinukonsider nilang totoo or tamang ang slavery? Can we say that? Diba? So, I think we need to understand na kung objective ang isang bagay, dapat walang disagreement. Dapat hindi nagbabago, hindi nag-i-evolve. And at the same time, dapat maipresent natin, maipakita natin yung moral facts. Asan yung moral facts? Asan yung moral facts, Tommy? Again, nasa DNA ba natin? Nasa chromosome? Nasa utak? Ano yung tool? Ano yung specific method or tool na pwede nating gamitin, na pwede nating ibigay sa lahat ng kultura? O ito, gamitin mo tong method na to para makita mo, ma-discover mo yung moral fact. But again, walang consensus kung ano ba yung moral facts. Kung ano ba yung principle na pwede nating gamitin or tool na pwede nating gamitin kung paano masabi, kung paano ma-discover yung moral facts na yan. And I think I presented a great opening statement kanina. So, I think that's all for now.
All right. Are you willing to waive your time, Sensei Ilo?
Yes, I'm willing to waive my time.
Thank you so much. That was a very strong and appealing rebuttal from our negative side, Sensei Ilu. And that was a very wonderful rebuttal round. Now let's proceed to our next round, which is the cross-examination Q&A portion. In this portion, we have we will give you 12 minutes each from the affirmative and negative, and of course, as always, we will gonna start from the affirmative sides, and then the affirmative sides has 2 minutes to ask questions, and then the negative side has 2 minutes also to answer the questions. In these rounds, there will no objections or no objections. You are not allowed to call objections, but you are allowed to call out fallacies. Okay, are you ready, Tommy? In this round?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
naririnig ba ako?
Yeah, you are audible.
Thanks.
Okay, your 12 minutes starts now.
So, ang first question ko kay Ilu is, quote ito sa'yo, Ilu, kanina. Sabi ni Tommy kanina na for something to be objective, it doesn't have to be universally agreed. Yan ang sabi ni Tommy kanina. And I agree. Nag-agree ka, tama, na for something to be objective doesn't have to be universally agreed? Correct? Tama mo yung sinabi mo kanina?
Yes, because ang meaning ng objectivity. Yeah,
Okay,
so may
thank
2 minutes. So
Sige.
yung meaning ng objective, as we go back, yung meaning ng objectivity sa philosophy, ibig sabihin yan, independent of the mind. So, it does not, whether it's universally agreed or hindi, it is objectively true.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Kaya minention kito as a question because it's very ironic na pagkatapos mo to sabihin na I agree. Ang next na latag mo, kailangan may consensus dapat. So, isn't that contradicting? Sabi mo, it doesn't have to be universally agreed. Pero ngayon, nagre-require ka ng consensus. Dapat agree mga tao. Why is that a contradiction?
It's
Can you
not a
explain?
contradiction. Yeah, it's not a contradiction because ang sinasabi natin dito is that kung objective ang morality, dapat may consensus.
Sabi mo, hindi dapat universally agreed. Hindi necessary ang
kasi
universal agreement.
Pag sinabi natin,
Ayun, dapat may consensus.
Yeah, pag sinabi kasi nating universally agreed, does it necessarily mean consensus? A consensus can be, a consensus can be a smaller group. Or a smaller nation or smaller community.
Why do you require consensus if hindi naman inamin mo prerequisite ang universal agreement? Bakit ka what's the point of requiring consensus? If hindi naman prerequisite sa objectivity ang universal agreement.
Kailangan natin ng consensus.
Okay.
Kailangan, when it comes to objective morality, kailangan natin ng consensus.
Okay.
Kasi, kailangan natin ng consensus because kailangan natin ng malaman kung ano ba talaga yung objective morality. Kung saan ba talaga rooted yung objective morality.
To know from right to wrong, tama? So
Yes.
we know something is wrong or something is right. So dyan ko na dinidistinguish ang moral epistemology. Kasi sa yung latag ko kanina, wait lang.
Sige, go ahead.
Sa moral epistemology, ang method natin para to know something is wrong or right, madami. So may relativity, like group consensus, kung anong group opinion ng society. Meron ding consequence. So, kung anong consequence? Merong deontology, merong divine command para sa mga theists. So this is the method of how we know something is wrong, something is right. Depende kung saan ka nagsusubscribe. Kasi ang in-explain ko kasi dito, ang topic is moral ontology, meaning if something is wrong, for example, ang i-grant natin relativity, ang i-grant natin to know something is wrong. For example, wrong ang grape by virtue of relativity, group consensus, wrong ang grape. Ngayon, ang question kasi sa moral ontology, anong nature for that being wrong? Anong nature niya? Objective ba o subjective? Yan yung moral ontology versus epistemology. Ngayon, tinanong, nag-gets mo ang question ko na nakuha mo? Difference? Sorry, hindi na
Go ahead.
question. So,
Go ahead, question.
Ngayon, ang question ko is, if granting relative ang moral epistemology, ang correct moral epistemology for to know something is right or wrong, granting relativity, is something being wrong by virtue of relativity objective or subjective? Yan yung tanong ko. Ay! Subjective pala ang
So-
sagot mo, no? Sorry. Sige.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 minutes. When it comes to to right and wrong, relative yan. Relative yung good and bad. Relative yung judgment natin ng right and wrong. We can criticize yung isang action. For example, halimbawa, nag-clash yung dalawang moral framework, no? Halimbawa, moral framework ng mga cannibalists at moral framework ko nag-clash siya. So, we can judge them. Pero, fundamentally, walang objective truth value yung judgment natin. Kasi nga, wala ngang objective morality. And magkakaroon lang siya ng objective truth value kung meron talagang objective morality.
Okay. So sabi mo,
you can, wait lang, meron pa 1 minute. So yes, you can criticize. You can criticize yung ibang ways, ibang method, but at the end of the day, walang objective truth value yung judgment mo. Walang objective truth value yung criticism mo. Nagigets mo na sa relativism. Go ahead.
So sabi mo, we can make moral judgment. But ang moral judgment, walang truth value. Yan yung sinabi mo?
Yes, walang objective truth value.
Okay. So, can you give grape is wrong. Is that a moral judgment? Grape is wrong. Is that a moral judgment?
That is a moral judgment, yes.
Okay. Is that true?
Relatively true.
Grape is wrong. Relatively
true.
Okay.
Hindi objectively true. Relatively true.
So, truth are relative.
No, it does not follow that truth are relative. We're talking about objective morality. We're not talking about the truth itself.
Ang tanong ko kasi, grape being wrong, is that true? Yan yung question ko. Sabi mo,
yeah,
true.
relatively
Ngayon,
true nga.
ang question...
Sige, go ahead.
So, ang question ko kasi, grape is wrong. Sabi mo, true. Tapos sabi mo, relative lang
Yes.
na relatively true. Ngayon, ang true pala is relative. Ang truth pala is relative.
Huh? It does not necessarily follow. I have 2 minutes. We're talking about objective morality here, and we're not talking about yung debate natin hindi center yan sa state ng truth or sa essence ng truth. We're talking about objective morality here. So hindi ko nakikita yung connection na therefore relatively true, therefore wala ng truth. Walang
objective truth. Yan yung tinutukoy ko.
Walang objective morality pero may truth.
Ang truth ba relative?
Relative. Truth is absolute. Yan yung philosophy ko sa truth.
So, absolute ang grape is wrong. Kasi sabi mo true
No, relatively true lang. Relatively true.
Sabi mo, absolute ang truth. Ngayon, tinanong kasi kita, wrong at true ba ang grape is wrong? Is that true? Sabi mo, true. Tapos sabi mo, ang truth is absolute. So, absolute ang grape is wrong.
Hindi ko sinasabing absolute ang grape is wrong. Ang sinasabi ko, relatively true. Now, explain ko sa'yo. I have 2 minutes. So, yung sa tanong mo sa akin, is grape wrong?
Is that true?
Pino-point out
Sabi
ko dito,
grape is wrong. Is that true? Yan yung question ko.
Relatively true. Okay? Relatively true. Pero, hindi siya absolute.
on the other side of your mouth, you said that truth is absolute. So, great is wrong being true must be therefore absolute. Kasi sabi mo, truth is absolute.
Truth is absolute, but we're not talking about the truth itself. We're talking about the nature of objective morality. Yun yung pinag-uusapan natin dito.
Kaya nga.
So what I'm arguing is yung nature ng objective morality.
Kaya nga, tinanong kita, yung nature ba ng great being wrong is absolute, relative?
Hindi nga siya,
Sabi mo
okay, so may mga community, like for example, wag rape yung ating gamitin. Let's say sabihin natin yung example ko kanina sa opening statement na pinapa-R nila yung kanilang anak na babae. For them, it's moral. Relatively true. Morally good para sa community na yon, yung ipa-R mo, yung anak mo. Now, sa atin, sa moral framework ko, as a relativistic, mali yun. Pero again, pag nag-clash yung framework namin, we can criticize each other, but ultimately, walang absolute doon. Kasi nga, relative nga. Hindi mo pwedeng masabi na tama sila, hindi mo pwedeng masabi na mali sila. In objectiveness, hindi mo pwedeng masabi, walang objectively truth value yung judgment mo.
Okay. So great being wrong, walang objective value yun. Walang truth value yun, yung great is wrong.
Meron siyang truth value, kaso relative.
Okay.
When it comes to morality, not when it comes to truth. Again, linawin natin, when it comes to morality, it's relatively true.
Pinapakita ko nga sa iyo na ang ontological status ng morality is it being true or false lang, kasi ang moral judgment, great is wrong, it's either true or false. So
it's amoral. It's amoral. Just like, for example,
ng philosophers moral truths, moral facts, kasi yan yung ontological status. Pero wait lang, ang question ko is,
sige, go ahead.
Di ba ang example mo, merong village na okay ang grape, yan yung example mo kanina?
Yes, ano may village.
Okay. Inaalaw nila.
Sa Malawi yun. Yeah, inaalaw nila. Even sa Uganda, they're practicing child sacrifice.
Okay, for those villagers, grape is okay, correct? Grape is right for those villagers.
Yes.
And then
morally
for you,
good, morally normal.
Okay. For those villagers, grape is morally right. For us, Filipinos, grape is morally wrong. Di ba? Correct?
And I argue as a moral relativist. Kasi nga, relative nga yung morality, relative yung moral judgment. Go ahead.
So ngayon, equally opposite yun. Yung villagers and pareho, equally opposite. Sino ang tama? Kasi ma-violate niya ang law of non-contradiction. Sino tama? 2 minutes.
Walang tama, walang mali. Gets? Kasi nga, wala ngang objective truth value yung judgment mo. Kasi the moment na sinabi mo na mali, na tama ka at mali yung isang community, binibigyan mo na ng objectiveness yung moral judgment mo. Necessarily follow na objective na yung morality. Now, as a moral relativist, sinasabi ko na you can criticize them, they can criticize you, but then again, kapag tiningnan mo siya, fundamentally, walang objective truth value yung judgment mo and yung criticism mo. Alright?
Okay. Your turn to question.
All right. Thank you so much, Tommy and Ilo. That was a very fascinating cross-examination coming from our affirmative side, Tommy. Now, let's go and let's proceed to Sensei Ilo, our negative side. Your cross-examination starts now.
Okay, Tommy, no? Ang mga hayop ba, meron ba silang morality sa tingin mo?
Ang mga hayop?
Yeah.
Kung walang Diyos, meron. Kung merong Diyos, wala silang moral agency.
So basically, sinasabi mo na wala silang morality?
Hindi sila moral agents kung merong Diyos. Pero kung wala namang Diyos, moral agents sila.
So ayun nga, so sinasabi mo nga na wala nga silang morality. Kasi naniniwala ka sa Diyos. In your own perspective, yung mga hayop ba may morality or wala?
Hindi siya in a frame na walang morality. In a frame siya na hindi sila moral agents. If merong Diyos sa worldview ko na meron.
I think you're not responding directly to my question, but again, wala naman tayong objection dito, but I will ask it again to clarify. Meron bang morality ang mga hayop sa tingin mo?
Hindi siya question relative to my position kasi if that question is relative to my position, that would be straw man kasi hindi ko siya tinitingnan na ganyan. So for example, bagbigay ako ng example para mag-gets mo yung worldview ko. Kasi kinoconsider ko ngayon na merong Diyos. Kapag ang kinagat ka ng pusa, hindi morally wrong yun kung kinagat ka ng pusa kasi hindi naman moral agent si Kikay, di ba? Pero kung ikaw nagdo ka ng harm, yung moral agent ka sa worldview ko, may mali yun ang ginawa mo. So, can you critique me in the context of my worldview, yung question mo? Kasi hindi siya, position ko. Wala siya sa categorically unavailable siya sa worldview ko kasi ang question mo.
Well, yeah, the reason why I'm asking kasi may imprint to sa stand mo sa an objectivist sa morality.
Okay.
You're asking me about truth kanina, no? Nasabi mo law of non-contradiction. So I'm asking you back the same thing. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na may morality ang animals at the same time wala kasi it violates the law of non-contradiction. Right? We both understand that. So ang tanong ko sa iyo again, babalik ako dun sa question ko sa iyo. Alin talaga yung objectively true? May morality ang animals or walang morality ang animals?
Ano ibig mo
sabihin? Alin doon sa tingin mo?
Ano ibig mo sabihin?
Morality. Awareness of right and wrong. Ganun naman talaga yung definition ng morality, di ba?
Okay. Yung moral degree, na may moral degree na right or wrong, wala sila.
So wala silang morality?
Wala silang moral weight of right or wrong. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng right or wrong kasi merong moral weight or moral degree. So for example lang kapag nagkamali ka sa chess move, right or wrong siya, tumama ka sa chess move, right siya, pero walang moral degree or moral weight. Yung sabi mo, yung mga right chess move, wrong chess move. So, in that sense, may right or wrong ang animals by instinct pero walang moral weight or degree.
Oh, by instinct. Maganda yan kasi bring out mo yung instinct, Tommy, no? So naniniwala ka sa evolution, di ba, Tommy? Micro and macro evolution.
Correct.
And sabi mo, yung morality ng mga animals, instinctive, tama? Instinctive. Yan yung pagkakasabi mo ngayon.
Hindi yan sinabi ko. Sabi ko, ang awareness ng animal sa right or wrong is walang moral degree or moral weight. May instinct sila sa right or wrong. For example, saan dadaan, saan hindi dadaan, may right or wrong. Pero walang moral degree yun or moral weight. Para siyang right chess move or wrong chess move. Wrong siya or right or good or bad siya. Pero wala namang moral weight. Kasi hindi naman sila moral agents.
Okay, so basically sinasabi mo na walang morality yung mga hayop.
Kung yan ang ibig mo sabihin, yes.
Okay. The reason why I'm having problem with that stand is that because, Tommy, naniniwala ka na produkto tayo ng evolution. And we are also animals. You know, we are also animals, higher form of animals according to evolutionary process. Mm-hmm. Now, ang question ko naman sa'yo is that yung sinasabi mo kanina na paano nag-arise yung concept ng morality sa mga tao from amoral amoral organisms or amoral creatures. Kasi 'di ba ang mga hayop naman amoral, 'di ba? When a tiger kills a deer or a lion devour a gazelle, hindi natin pwedeng sabihin na immoral yung ginawa ng lion or immoral yung ginawa ng tiger. Now I want you I want you to make me understand kung paano nag-develop yung morality when in fact naniniwala ka sa evolusyon na nagmula tayo sa mga animals which is amoral. So does it imply na tayong mga tao amoral din? Neither good, neither bad. Can you explain that?
Okay. So, kung ang worldview ko believing in evolution is in complement sa theism ko na may Diyos, na I'm created in God's image. Though I belong in the animal kingdom, I'm a Homo sapiens, but I'm created in the image of God. So, may grounding ako sa pagiging, moral agent. Kasi hindi naman kinuman ng Diyos ang tiger. Hindi niya kinuman yung leon, yung tao lang. So and then tao lang ang created in God's image. So hindi ibig sabihin, naniniwala ko sa evolution. Therefore, amoral ako kasi animals lang naman ako. Animals ako, pero since theism is true sa worldview ko, I'm created in the image of God.
Okay, good. Let's talk about moral facts kasi kanina ko pa yung ina-argue na kung objective nga morality, dapat merong moral facts. Now, can you give me specific tool or method na pwede nating gamitin para ma-discover yung existence ng moral facts na yan? What is that specific method?
Madami. Kung saan ka nagsusubscribe, yung sinabi ko, relativity, kung ano ang considered sa society or pwede natin tingnan ang consequence para malaman natin ang isang bagay tama o mali, or pwede deontology or divine command or kung anong nature ng Diyos. So yan yung mga method to know a fact or something is true.
Pero hindi ba, the moment na sinabi mo na consequential yung morality, the moment na sinabi mo na it's all about the rules, the moment na sinabi mo na it's all about majority, like utilitarian stand about morality, hindi ba lumalabas na relative na? Nag-agree ka na sa akin na relative na siya kasi relative siya dun sa certain rule na yon or dun sa certain tool na yon, right? So how can you reconcile that when in fact naniniwala ka sa objective morality but then again ginagamit mong tool or method ay relativity? You said it yourself, relativity yung ginagamit mong method. So paano nangyari yun? Go ahead.
Sabi ko, may mga iba't ibang bagay tayo to know something is morally wrong or morally right. Hindi ko sinasabi ito, ako nagsusubscribe sa relativity, consequence. Hindi ko sinasabi. Pero tinanong ko anong mga methods. So ito ang mga methods ng moral epistemology to know something is right or wrong. Ngayon, since ang question mo is, for example, i-grant natin ang relativity. Ito ang right method to know something is morally factual. Hindi ibig sabihin, some ontology therefore relative. Kasi moral epistemology ito. Ito ang method sa moral epistemology to know something is wrong. Relativity, consequence. Pero sa ontology kasi, sa moral ontology, dalawa lang. Human mind dependent or mind independent. So for example, tama ang relativism, for example, na great is wrong. Kasi group consensus. Therefore, sa ontology niya, if it is indeed wrong, human mind independent or mind dependent. So, diyan tayo nagkakamali kung ihalo-halo. Though magkasama sila, pero distinct sila. Nagets mo? So, yung ginamit natin kanina is epistemology. Hindi na dapat natin i-equate sa ontological status.
Yeah. So, balik tayo dun sa objective morality kasi konti na lang yung oras ko na pagtatanong. Ito yung moral implications ng objective morality mo, no, Tommy. Napaka-impractical and unrealistic. Kapag nagsabi ka ng totoo, mapapahamak yung tao. Kapag di mo naman sinabi, sinungaling ka na. If lying is objectively wrong, dapat sasabihin mo kung nasan yung tao, right? Yun yung implications nun. In this case, pareho silang may moral implications. Are you morally inclined into honesty, or are you morally inclined in protecting someone from danger? Paano mo i-apply yung principle ng objective morality mo dito? Dun sa situation na yun na may nagtanong sa'yo, hinahanap yung tao at gustong patayin. If lying is objectively wrong, if lying is objectively wrong talaga, you have the right, you must do it, you must say the truth. So paano siya magwo-work sa'yo? Would you say ituturo mo ba yung tao kahit alam mo na in danger na yung kanyang life? Go ahead.
Kailangan natin maintindihan kasi Ilo na ang element ng moral guilt or moral culpability is choice or free will, or in the right word, choice. So in the moment na wala kang choice, tinanong ka, saan ang mama mo? Tanong ka ng murderer, saan ang mama mo? Ikaw na naglalay, wala kang choice dun kasi tinutukan ka ng baril. So wala kang moral culpability kasi hindi present ang choice. So that's why that being right is objective. That's why may difference ang objectivity sa absolutism. Kinoment na yan ni philosopher natin sa baba, na magkaiba ang moral absolutes and moral objectivity.
I think time na ako.
Sige. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. That was a very robust and engaging cross-examination coming from our negative side, Sensei Ilo. Thank you so much, Tommy and Sensei Ilo. Our cross-examination portion is now finished. Now that was really like a truly stimulating cross-examinations, and I'm sure also coming from the ComSec, you have your own thoughts on the points raised from our debaters. Now let's proceed to our closing statement. Each presenter have like 7 minutes to have your closing statements. As always, we're gonna start from the affirmative side. Are you ready, Tommy?
Ako bang mauna?
Yes, as always.
Di ba ang negative ang mauna sa closing, sa round table?
So ako na.
Okay,
Since
okay.
ako yung nag-invite kay Toby ng format na to. But thank you so much, Toby, for agreeing with this kind of format.
No
so
problem.
yeah, okay. So closing na. Sige, ako na.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah. So I want to say thank you sa lahat ng mga nakinig ngayong gabi sa platform ng Roundtable. Paki-follow ng The Roundtable. Kung gusto niyo nang makipag-debate sa ganitong discussion time format, just message me or just message yung Roundtable itself. At sa mga nagbigay ng gifts, coins, at lalong-lalo sa mga Illuminatics dyan sa comment section, shoutout, maraming salamat. Now, let's start my closing statement with questions. Did Tommy present convincing arguments that morality is objective? No. Did Tommy successfully rebut my opening statement? No. Did Tommy commit fallacies and inconsistencies throughout the debate? Yes. Tonight, I have presented strong arguments that dismantle objective morality at its core, namely the moral disagreement. Because if objective morality is true, dapat self-evident yung moral facts and dapat walang moral disagreement. But there is moral disagreement. That's why objective morality cannot be true. Next, yung moral evolution. How come na nade-develop? How come na nagpo-progress yung insight ng mga tao? Ano yun? Noong unang panahon, slavery is absolutely right. Tapos ngayon, slavery is absolutely wrong. Si Tommy, naniniwala siya sa law of non-contradiction, tama? So it cannot be both true. It's either mali ang slavery or tama ang slavery. Kasi naniniwala siya sa objective morality. So, nakita natin na merong mga development, merong mga progress, merong mga differences na talagang nagdidebunk sa objective morality. At saka impractical and unrealistic nga yung objective morality. Yung mga example na binigay ko, sabi ni Tommy kanina dun sa kasi daw wala daw choice. What do you mean by walang choice? May choice doon. May choice yung tao kapag tinutukan mo ng baril. Kapag tinutukan ka ng baril, may choice ka na sabihin, may choice ka na tumanggi. And what do you mean by walang choice? Nag-e-exist ang choice doon. 'Di ba? Ang hirap i-depend ng objective morality. Kung sasabihin natin na lying is objectively wrong, then dapat always lagi na tayong maging honest. Kahit pa yung consequence or yung outcome ng pagiging honest natin ay magli-lead sa pagkawala ng isang buhay. About evolution, so si Tommy nga naniniwala siya sa micro and macro evolution. And again, ang animals, amoral siya, neither good, neither bad. Sa relativistic framework, yung actions natin fundamentally is neither good, neither bad. You cannot say na, oh, mali ito talaga. You cannot say na tama to talaga. Kasi yun talaga yung reality. Kasi produkto lang tayo ng evolution. And you have to understand na ang morality ng tao, nakabase yan sa survival, self-preservation. Same like animals. Iba lang yung degree ng conception natin ng morality, pero yung mga hayop may morality din sila, which is grounded sa kanilang survival at sa kanilang self-preservation. So, the very existence of moral differences, moral disagreement, moral evolution, development, progression, hindi pwede yang mangyari kung tunay na totoo ang objective morality. And I will leave you a quote from Sir Friedrich Nietzsche again. You have your way, I have my way, and as for the right way, it does not exist. Ayan. So, thank you guys sa mga nanood dyan. Thank you, and I hope naging productive yung conversation namin. And thank you.
All right. Are you willing to waive your time, Sincilo?
Yes, I'm waiving my time.
Thank you so much for your closing statement. Now let's proceed to Tommy for your closing statement. You have 7 minutes and your time starts now. Thank you.
Sabi niya, I think yung argument ni Ilo is nagiging worse sa posisyon niya rather than helpful sa posisyon niya. Kasi ngayon sinasabi na niya, hindi doon nag-i-exist ang good or bad. Neither good nor bad. Walang ganon kasi animals lang tayo sa evolution. Amoral tayo. Sabi mo kanina, relative ang morality, subjective or relative. Ngayon, sinasabi naman, wala na namang morality. For the right way or the wrong way, you have the right way and I may have the right way, but for the objective right way, wala daw. Ano ba talaga? Relative ang morality o wala? Di ba? So, ang gulo, law of non-contradiction, kinokontra niya yung sarili niya. Kasi kanina, nag-agree na siya sa akin kanina na for something to be objective, doesn't have to be universally agreed. Sabi niya, okay, for something to be objective, hindi dapat prerequisite ang universal agreement. Ayun, naglalatag na naman siya na bakit walang consensus? Di ba? Kinukontra niya yung mga latag niya. Then yung pangalawang argument niya, suporta pa sa akin. Yung sabi niya, dapat grounded sa moral facts. Grounded ka sa moral facts? Yan yung question ko. If grape being wrong, is that true? Sabi mo, true. So grounded siya sa either factual or not factual. Yun lang ang kinahinat na ng moral judgment. That's why philosopher calls this moral truths. Para siyang mathematics ba? Ang ontological status ng mathematics is either true or false. So, yung mga equations, true lang yon or hindi totoo. Yan lang yon. So, yan yung ontological status ng morality. So, ang tanong ngayon, ang moral facts ba, ang moral truths ba, independent o human mind independent or mind dependent? So, nag-present ako. Sabi niya, did Tommy presented? Ay, presented. Hindi siya nag-address ni isa. 4 yung presentation ko na proof sa objectivity ng morality. Number 1, law of non-contradiction. Grape is wrong, grape is right. Isa lang ang tama doon. Hindi pwedeng totoo ang dalawa. Bakit? Kasi equally opposite ang dalawa. Equally opposite. Kapag equally opposite na, isa lang ang tama doon. Okay? Ngayon sabi niya, sa example niya, dati, ang slavery is absolutely right daw dati. Ang 1865 ata sa US. Absolutely right daw, correct ang slavery dati. Ngayon daw, absolutely wrong. Bakit daw nagbago? Nagbago ba talaga o nagbago lang ang perception, ang understanding? Kahit pa, nag-agree ang US people dati, 1865, na prior 1865 na absolutely right ang slavery. It doesn't mean absolutely right ang slavery. Kasi sabi ni Martin Roos, atheist philosopher, pwede kang magkamali sa morality. Pwede kang magkamali. Pwede nga tayong magkamali sa physical facts. Pwede nga tayong magkamali sa physical facts eh. Di ba? Pwede nga tayong magkamali sa mathematics. Joke lang yung 1 plus 1 equals 11 or 1 plus 1 equals Magellan. May mga equations sa kung nag-aral ka ng mathematics, kasi yan yung actually dati, ako ang pinapaturo talaga ng teacher ko dati sa mga classmate ko sa mathematics. Hindi pa tinuturo ang math dati. Sabi ng teacher ko na, turuan mo mga classmate mo sa blackboard. So, doon ako nagpipresent. Tinuturuan ko mga classmate. Then ang teacher ko may ginagawa. Sa mathematics, may mga maling equations. Okay? May mga correct equations. May mga false equations and may mga true equations. And mayroong mga wrong answers and correct answer, true answer, false answer. That's why mathematician call this mathematical truths. And then philosopher calls the ontological status of morality as moral truths. Ngayon, ang debate kasi dapat is, ang moral truths ba human independent or mind independent? Independent siya sa human mind kasi isa lang ang tama dahil law of non-contradiction. Ang second proof ko is yung ontological status nga na being true. And then ang third na proof ko is reductio ad absurdum. So ang ibig sabihin ng reductio ad absurdum is proof by contradiction. So considering its opposite x being true, and then x being true leads to contradiction, therefore its opposite y is therefore false. So, sa reductio ad absurdum, kung ang ontological status being true is relative only, and then relative truth leads to absurdities. Self-defeating ang position kung relative lang ang truth. Kasi yan yung ontological status ng morality, di ba? Grape is wrong or grape is right. True or false. So, since relative truth is self-defeating, therefore, its opposite, that objectivity is therefore true. Okay, yan yung reductio ad absurdum. And then last proof natin is moral intuition and imposition. Okay, meron tayong tinatawag sa philosophy na moral senses. Sa physical, we know objective physical world by our physical senses, di ba? Alam natin na totoo itong baso na nasa harapan ko, may physical world. Kasi may senses, physical senses yon. Pero sa philosophy daw, meron daw tayong tinatawag na moral senses. Yan yung we know by moral intuition something is wrong. Dahil sa moral senses. Ngayon, hindi ibig sabihin na infallible, yung hindi ka nagkakamali. Pwede kang magkamali. Pwede kang nga magkamali sa physical senses. Sa moral senses na kaya pwede kang magkamali. But ang pagkakamali, it doesn't prove na hindi objective. Okay? Ang universal disagreement doesn't prove hindi objective. Okay? So, yan ang mga proofs natin. Moral intuition and imposition. Meaning, our moral intuition tells us na i-impose natin ang morality. Kulang ang sukli mo sa taxi, i-impose mo yan. Bakit kulang? Ibalik mo sa akin ang tamang sukli. That's why nagrarally tayo sa mga tamang bagay. Kung sinapak ka sa kanto, sasabihin mo, i-impose mo mali yan. Yan ang moral intuition.
All right, thank you so much. That was a very great and very engaging debate. Thank you so much to our both debaters for a very stimulating and insightful debate tonight. We've explored the complexities and of objective moralities, and the diversity of this topic. Did you agree to have like open Q&A from our?
Yes, pwede lang.
Yes.
Okay.
Sa
Thank
akin
you so much.
kahit like may follow-up question. Go lang.
Okay.
Yes,
Is this
definitely.
like an open time? Did you agree to like how many minutes do you want to have this Q&A?
I can entertain this 102 audience
This
at the same time.
Is this an open time? How about you, Tommy?
Hindi open time. Ano lang? Siguro 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
10 minutes.
Okay.
10
Ako,
minutes.
I can stay 15 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay, let's just like give us 10 minutes so that like if 10 minutes is up, Tommy can like if he wanted to like go out now, he can leave if he wants to. Okay. If like from the comment section, if you have some questions from our panelists, you can go up. You only allowed to ask one question to each panelist.
Beauty, before you start the Q&A, Tommy, thank you so much. Thank you so much
Oh,
for
thank
this
you din.
wonderful
Thank you.
discussion type debate. It's very productive, diba?
Yes. Ang
Ay,
topic
thank you.
na ayaw kong pag-usapan, napag-usapan. Salamat for this invite, no?
Yeah. Alright, sige, tanong mo na.
Uy, kanang pwede bang may follow-up?
Oh,
Pwede may follow-up pero isa lang siguro para hindi makapagtanong din yung iba.
May tanong ako kay Tommy.
ano?
Tommy, how do you define subjective?
Human mind dependent ang subjective. Human mind dependent.
Human mind dependent.
Ang nature ng
thank you.
existence niya.
Thank you. Second question. Pertaining to morality, is there a mutual understanding about morality?
Depende sa case. Merong case na mutually nag-agree sila. Meron namang case na hindi sila mutually nag-agree. Pareha lang yan sa mathematics. Hindi tayo nag-agree minsan. Pareha lang sa physical facts na may flat earther, may globe earther. It doesn't negate the objectivity of it.
Thank you.
Thanks!
So much, Anta. Okay, let's go to Tinker Tank. Go
Okay,
ahead.
thank you so much, Beauty. Tanong ko kay Ilu, dun sa, I think straightforward na lang. Yung sa sinabi mo kanina kay Tommy na relatively true, aware ka ba na mag-fail yung relatively true mo kapag in-apply yun sa consensus ng objectivity wrong or right?
What? So Tinker Tank, no? That's why I said morality is relative. So ibig sabihin kung morality is relative, wala siyang objective truth.
Second question. So aware ka ba na aware ka ba na mag-fail yung relatively true mo kapag in-apply sa consensus?
Hindi ako aware kasi merong mga merong mga moral na relatively right, and it depends on the consensus. So I don't see the connection or contradiction.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Tinker Tank. Thank you so much for your question. Now let's move forward to Overture. Overture, go ahead.
Hello po. Okay, congrats po sa inyong dalawa. Question lang kay Ilu.
Sige lang, Sir Overture. Ano yung question?
Okay, nabanggit mo kanina na morality is based on sa survival. Tama? On one's survival?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So, if morality is based on one's survival, papaano yung mga bayani na nag-alay ng buhay nila which is against their survival, they're doing an immoral act ngayon?
No, I don't think na they're doing immoral act. Yung mga bayani na nagbuwis ng buhay nila, they're still thinking about survival or well-being ng community na ginagalawan nila. Kaya pinili nilang ibuwis yung buhay nila kasi they're thinking about yung well-being or self-preservation ng community nila or nation.
Okay, thank you po. Yun lang po.
All right, thank you so much, Overture. Thank you so much. Now let's move forward to Blind. Blind, do you have any
Hello. Hello,
Go
good
ahead.
evening. Dinig ba? Good evening sa inyong lahat. Ang tanong ko kay Sir Ilu, sabi mo kasi kanina dun sa tribo na pwede sa kanila mang-R, pwede mo silang i-critic. It seems to me that you're implying na kinikritik mo sila, ibig sabihin para bang mali sila. That would imply na meron kang objective standard na gustong sundin dahil sinasabi mo pa rin mali sila. Kung talagang relative, hindi ba dapat their way is their way? Wala ka na dapat critic doon.
Yeah. So, when we're talking about that, yung criticism, pwede mong i-criticize yung isang community kasi nga meron kang sariling moral framework. Kasi ganun nga yung stance sa relativism na meron kang sariling framework, community per community, group by group, or nation by nation, culture by culture. Meron tayong iba't ibang sariling moral framework. I can criticize yung mga nagkakanibal na sinasabi ko, immoral yung ginagawa nyo. But then again, yung criticism ko, wala siyang objective truth value.
Shout out kay middle name daw.
Do you still have any question, Blind?
So ano pang
Sa
sense
akin.
na i-critic mo yung mga tribo na yon kung wala naman palang truth value? Yan lang.
Relatively may implications yan sa community mo. Relatively may implications yan sa society na ginagalawan mo na ayaw mong i-adapt yung bagay na ginagawa ng isang certain community.
Okay, sige yan lang po, moderator. Thank you.
Alright,
Pakibaba na lang.
Blind. Now let's move forward to Sir 80. Sir 80, it's your turn.
Dinig
Go
ba ako,
ahead.
guys? Dinig ako?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. So when we talk about moral ontology, we're talking about do moral facts exist, no? Or realism or anti-realism. So tanong ko sa dalawa, do moral facts exist? Why and why not? Yan lang naman.
Sino mauna?
Ikaw
Ayun,
muna, Tommy,
sino
tapos
sa
ako
inyo?
yung sunod. Jackin po tayo, Char.
So ang actually kapag sinasabi na do moral facts exist sa moral ontology, ang ibig sabihin in an objective sense. Kasi sa subjective sa moral anti-realism, merong moral facts pero subjective, mind dependent lang ang moral facts or truths. Sa position ko, they exist objectively, hindi subjectively.
So, ako naman siguro ang sasagot dahil tapos na si Tommy. So, ako, Sir ATS teacher, marami nalilito sa mga audience natin like si Prof. Manny. Just to call yung name niya. Nalilito siya na, sabi niya relative tapos ganito. No, ganito explain ko sa inyo. Moral anti-realist ako. Pag sinabi mong moral anti-realist, hindi ka naniniwala na meron talagang objective existence ang morality. Ang morality ay purely relative. Wala talaga siyang existence by itself. Okay? Na-develop lang siya through evolutionary process. Yun lang yan. Wala talaga siyang objective So as a moral anti-realist, ang tingin ko sa moral facts, walang moral facts. Kasi hindi mo pwedeng i-ground yung moral belief mo sa certain moral facts. Kaya nga tanong ko kanina kay Tommy, nasan yung moral facts? Saan mo makihahanap yung moral facts? Ano yung moral facts na nagsusupport if lying is wrong, lying is wrong? Saan mo huhugutin yun? Yun.
Okay, ito last question, follow-up lang, yes or no. Do you think, guys, na feasible ang moral relativity and become a moral realist? Yes or no lang, Tommy tsaka Ilo. Thank you. Moral relativism, realism ang proposition. Yes or no?
Yes.
Ikaw, Ilo.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Sir 80. Now let's proceed to Daikas. Daikas, do you
Yes,
have
Sir
any
80.
question?
Yes, I have a question to Sir Tommy. And
Ay, may number 1 pa. Anong question?
okay.
Joke lang.
Tommy, kanina kasi sabi mo pwede tayong magkamali and you agree with that.
Yes.
So pwede ka magkamali
Sa mga
so
objective
in that case,
na mga bagay.
yeah. So in that case, pwede kang nagkamali ngayon on your claim that morality is subjective.
Pwede, pero in so far tonight, the evidence leads to the correct of my position. The correctness of my position. So we need evidence if mali ako. Pwede ako magkamali, but insofar as the debate went, it's in my position versus denegation.
Okay. And since number 1 fan mo ako, bigyan mo ako ng 500 yun lang.
Okay, do you still have any follow-up question, Daikas?
No, nothing more.
Okay, thank you so much, Daikas. Now let's proceed to Wigo. Thank you so much. Wigo, go ahead.
Hello, good afternoon. Tanong ko para kay Ilo, kung morality is relative, paano mo ngayon pipigilan yung mga ibang tao na gustong i-impose yung morality nila? Halimbawa, dito sa Pilipinas, may magsabi na, ay, gawin natin legal ang cannibalism. Paano mo ngayon sila pipigilan? Kumpara sa kanila, yun ang nakikita nilang tama
Yeah, if that happens in a relativistic framework, you can still prohibit them in such actions. Kaso pag nag-clash kasi yung mga moral frameworks, sa relativism kasi, the moment na mag-clash yung mga moral frameworks, it is decided by majority. It is decided by which is more powerful. So for example, 3 lang kayong tao na nagsabi, cannibalism is good, practicein natin dito sa Pilipinas, pero yung universal na sa relativistic framework nagdi-disagree. So which is more powerful? So yun, you can still prevent them for doing that.
Okay, so follow up lang. So sinasabi mo lalabas, morality doesn't exist kasi mangyayari kung sino lang pala ang powerful. Walang tama doon at mali, di ba? Kung sino lang ang powerful, yun lang ang lalabas na.
Wala naman talaga. Absolutely, Wigo King. Hindi ko naman stand na may objective right and wrong. Moral anti-realist ako. Walang moral facts. Walang objective right and wrong.
Okay, yun lang. Thank you.
Alright, thank you so much, Wigo. Now let's proceed to Ivan. Show me your 10 minutes is do you want to continue?
Sige, last. Pwede naman last.
Okay, last question na pala.
Kakain na kasi ako.
Okay. Pero pwede isang tanong kay Tommy tsaka kay Seth.
Pwede.
Nawal may pang-grab.
So, unahin ko na si Tommy bago yung tanong ko kay Ilo. Since my position here is minority, it's like combination of bit of both na objective and relative. So, itatanong ko lang talaga yung parang main concerns ko about both of you. So, sa objective muna tayo kay Tommy. Ang nabutan ko kasi sa'yo yung conclusion mo and you appealed to the moral facts na on ontological basis and dun sa moral intuitions. Pero ang concern ko doon is that even if sabihin mong merong ontological basis ang morality, sino magsasabi sa atin kung ano ba talaga yung tamang ontology ng morality, di ba? So babalik tayo ulit sa ganong klaseng questioning. And then sa moral intuition naman is that alam natin na iba-iba yung mga moral intuitions ng species natin all throughout time. And most of them, before, nag-lead siya sa genocide, tribal warfare, papatayin yung next generation dahil intuition nila na mabuti yon kasi magre-revenge yung mga anak nila. And then, yung rape, and then yung pagkuha dun sa mga girls, ganyan. So, paano natin masasabi na moral intuition always leads sa objective morality?
Wala naman akong claim na ganun. Sabi ko nga, pwedeng nagkakamali ang intuition natin Pareho lang yan sa, di ba, sabi, ang moral intuition, ibig sabihin din nun is moral senses. Ang physical senses natin nagkakamali nga Akala ko malapit yung bagay, malayo pala. Akala ko blue, red pala. Mga ganun, pwede kang magkamali. So, hindi... Nagets mo siguro, di ba? So,
yes, nagets ko.
Nagets.
Para ang question ko kasi, unlike sa math, yung axioms ng math natin, nag-agree tayo lahat, like ng piano and all, based doon sa mga applications niya sa reality. Ang point ko lang kasi is that, paano natin malalaman na nasa tamang morality na tayo? Paano tayo mag-agree lahat?
Yung moral epistemology.
Sabi natin ginamit natin yung intuition natin and naka-arrive tayo sa morality, sabi natin, ay, ito na yung ontological truth ng morality. Paano natin masasabi na tama nga talaga tayo?
Kaya nga, ang gagamit ka ng moral epistemological method. Yung nilatag ko kanina, may relativity, merong by consequence, may deontology, may divine command. Yan yung mga methods to know ang right moral ontology. Objective ba siya o independent? Pero hindi yun in its nature absolute. Kasi yung ontology kasi, totoo lang yan o hindi totoo.
Maglilid pa rin siya sa disagreement at some point.
Yes, always. Pero it doesn't negate the objectivity of it.
Okay. So, pwede bang safe ba sabihin
ang ontology... sige.
Pwede bang safe na meron, pero hindi natin kayang malaman? Kasi
hindi natin kayang malaman absolutely.
Okay.
Hindi natin kayang malaman absolutely. Pero yung ang ontological nature niya, of course, absolute.
Okay. Gotcha,
or objective. Gotcha. Gets mo?
Yeah, gotcha.
Ang method lang ang hindi objective, okay? Ay, hindi absolute. Probabilistic kasi siya.
Sige. Ito naman yung kay Ilo naman. Since pure relative ka, no? So ito yung problem ko dyan is that kanina, palagi kang nag-point out sa survival as the evolutionary roots ng ating mga moral choices and actions. That to me, since na every moral questions na meron tayo, pag breakdown natin and sinabi mo survival ang root, that seems to me na objective grounding yon. Na we can answer questions objectively using that grounding. And yun ang ginamit ng mga utilitarianism na in case like na sino ba ang mag-lead sa atin sa better survival, like peace ba or war, you can measure that grounded sa survival. So sa tingin mo ba, relative pa rin yung survival na yun?
Anyway, bago ako sagutin yung question na yan, thank you, Boss Mac, for sending roses. Ayan, may pang-grab na din ako. Sir Ivan, magandang question yan, no? When we're talking about survival, we cannot separate survival from mechanism. You cannot talk of survival as survival, period. Kailangan mo lagyan siya ng mechanism. What do I mean by that? For example, sa praying mantis, survival to eat its prey. Kapag nakikipag-mate ang praying mantis, it's a form of survival, nakainin yung prey, nakainin yung mate at gawing prey. Now, a lion will not do that, an elephant will not do that, a cheetah will not do that. So iba-iba tayo ng mechanism for survival, and that what makes it relative. For example, sa cannibalism, ang cannibalism pine-perform sa North Sentinel Island sa Papua New Guinea kasi ang dahilan nila survival. Pero again, yung mechanism kung bakit nila pine-perform yun at kung bakit tayo against doon is nagka-clash. So that's why may iba't iba tayong take sa survival. Ayan. So relative. Relative pa rin kahit survival.
Last na lang, okay, di ba? Parang yung continuation ng kay Vigo King. If merong mechanism and merong yung concern ni Vigo King na merong isang parang isang force na makakapag-implement ng mechanism na universal na magpo-promote ng survival for all. Would that mean na magiging objective ang morality for you?
I don't think it would imply na magiging objective ang morality, and I don't think na ma-reach natin yung universal consensus about sa kung ano ba yung what is moral and what is immoral.
Okay, thank you. Yun lang.
Thank you so
much, Sir Ivan.
Thank you so much, Sir Ivan, for
you.
your question. And Tommy, before you go, in behalf of Roundtable, thank you so much for participating in this.
Thank you, Tommy.
We do really appreciate your presence here. If you wanted to go, I'm so sorry. If you wanted to go, just like say goodbye to your fans and your supporters there. Yeah.
So shout out. Oh, okay. Tapos na?
Go ahead.
Sige. So, mag-order na ko ng Grab, guys. So, ay shout out lang yung nagbigay ng coins. So, The Recruiter, Injo Sarendo, Gaspi, Rayo, Ro, North, Flowers, Gabriel, St. William, You Will Die, Danny, Numina, Blind, Emong, Kero, Lay, Samis, sino ito si Macario, si Valerira, Professor R, Morningstar. So shoutout sa lahat sa mga nanonood. Sila Brother Grace, sila Gabriel, Evan Pogi, Sensei, si Vidal Name, si Skeptics Beauty. Roundtable, thank you so much. Palagi na akong nag-debate dito. So,
yeah.
Thank you.
You're always welcome sa Roundtable, Tommy.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you and congratulations. Thank you also, Sir Ilo, and congratulations to both of you. Now let's proceed. Sir Ilo, do you still want to?
Yeah, I can entertain questions for another 5 minutes.
Thank you so much, Sensei Ilo. Now let's proceed to Gabriel. Gabriel, do you have any question for Sensei Ilo?
Yes.
Thank you, Tommy. Bye-bye. Have a good night.
Thank you, Kuya Tommy. Okay. Sir Ilo, okay. Would you mind to answer this question in terms of objectively? So, ang objective ba, it is agree by all ba? Sensei Ilo, agreed by all? It is objectively?
Yeah. Well, we can say na it does not necessarily mean for something to be objective na kailangan agree siya ng maraming tao. Pero there should be like a consensus, regarding objectivity.
Okay. A second question ko, if the morality is being conceptualized and applied to the certain community, if you are the one who enroll that morality, would you create a moral compass to deal with that morality in order for your own interests?
Yeah, so again, nasagot ko na yun kanina, no? Let's say nagpunta ako sa North Sentinel Island and yung mga tribe doon pinuntahan ko and in-implement ko yung morality ko sa kanila. Sabi ko, don't perform cannibalism. So the moment na nag-clash sa relativistic framework, the moment na nagtagpo-tagpo yung country to country, nation to nation, tribe to tribe, dyan na nagkakaroon ng clash ng moral framework, right? And again, ang magdi-decide sa kung sino yung magiging determining factor is yung sino yung mas powerful, sino yung mas majority.
So you mean that if you mean that kung ikaw talaga ang gagawa, hindi lang siya nakaka-focus and then nakaka-center sa your own interest, which is agreed by all, the consensus of every member to that certain community, right?
Yeah, subjective na siya pag sa akin lang.
Okay, thank you so much because that question would be addressed talaga to clarify your entire argument kanina. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank you, Gab. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gab.
Now let's proceed to our next magtatanong. Middle name? Go ahead.
Middle name.
Pagtibayin ko lang po.
Grabe naman. Mas marami ka pang coins.
Hello,
Go ahead.
Sensei Ilo. Talagang congrats kay Tommy. Ito ang tanong ko kay Sensei Ilo, no? Pag ba na-reincarnate ka, same pa rin ang stand mo? Subjective pa rin ba ang morality sa'yo?
Relative pa rin.
Okay, sige. Maraming salamat po. Bababa na ako. Pakikita po ako.
Sige.
Opo, salamat po sa
Ang coins ko, middle name ha. Huwag mong kalimutan.
Maraming salamat po sa lahat.
Thank you so much, middle name. Now let's proceed to Skeptics. Skeptics, do you have any question?
Okay, I have a question for Sensei Ilu. So, Sensei Ilu, do you agree? Okay, here's my question. My question is that, do you agree that it is an objective truth that morality exists, whether if that morality is relative or subjective or assumed correct morality?
I don't objectively agree na morality exists. I'm a moral anti-realist skeptics, no? And which I think hindi ko na-expound kanina. Pag sinabing moral anti-realist, hindi ka talaga naniniwala na meron talagang morality. Yung morality ay invention lang or pwedeng resulta lang ng evolutionary process. Yung notion ng morality. Pero kapag tiningnan mo, wala siyang objective grounding, walang moral facts. So therefore, walang objective morality, relativistic lang. At saka, hindi siya real. Hindi siya talaga nag-e-exist.
Alright, do you still have any follow-up questions, Skeptics?
Ay, wala na po. Okay na po.
Okay,
Wala.
thank you so much,
Thank you, Skeptics.
Now let's proceed to Kiko. Kiko, do you have any questions?
Kiko. Yeah, Kiko, do you have any question?
Yes, meron sana pero kay
Tommy. Ay, wala na si Tommy.
Kaso nawala.
Magpe-pretend lang ako na ako si Tommy. Sige, go ahead.
Tanong ko na lang sa'yo. Doon sa claim na objective reality is independent to a human mind, who judges an act? sino magsasabi na tama o mali yung action mo?
Ang Diyos. Yan sagot ko dyan. Ang Diyos.
Thank you. Yun lang.
Kasi independent of the human mind.
Do you still have any follow-up question, Kiko?
Wala na yata.
Wala na? Okay, let's
meron ako
now.
Okay.
Thank you, Ilo. For our sensei, resident sensei. Sensei Ilo. Val, are you there?
Wala na si Val. I think hindi siya magtatanong. Si Jan, last na.
Okay, so Jan, do you have any question for our debater, Sensei Ilo? Our resident sensei? So Jan, your mic is muted. Can you unmute your mic? Wala ata siya.
Okay, I think that's all. That's for now.
Okay, thank you so much, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone. That was a very like thought-provoking debate. I hope na ano sa tingin nyo is morality objective na nasagot ba yung mga katanungan ninyo? Ano sa tingin niyo? Thank you so much, Sensei Ila. Thank you so much, Tommy. Thank you so much, those people from the ComSec. And also, guys, by the way, we have upcoming debates. Also, our events. Where is that, our events? Ipa-plug ko lang yung mga upcoming events namin. Since we already done with our Sensei Ila versus Tommy, the upcoming debates or the upcoming events, February 7th, 7:30 p.m., Ruel Agustin versus Light of Suna. The debate title, Who is the Real Jesus? Jesus of the Bible or the Quran? On February 11th, that would be Vox versus Overture. The title of their debate is Abiogenesis Proves an Intelligent Designer. The time is still be like, I don't know. They're still thinking about the time. And we also have on the 15th, Census versus Sir 80. And their topic is Existentialism is Anti-Realism. And the next is on February 21st at 7:30 p.m. You Will Die versus Ruel Agustin. Their topic is Why Christianity. On February 24th at 8 p.m. in Dominix Rest versus Pastor Francis aka Sispo. Their topic is Does the Soul Truly Exist? That is our upcoming event on the month of February. I hope you will tune in on that event, guys. Thank you so much. Yes. Do you still have anything? May mga katanungan po ba? Thank you so much sa pag-attend sa debate na ito at sa pag-participate.
Ayun, magko-closing lang ako. Pero I think magla-live din ako afterwards kasi nagising na din ako. So anyway, thank you guys sa 47 million viewers natin na nanonood ng debate namin ni Tommy. So again, sa mga gustong makipag-debate using that discussion type format, just PM the round table. So thank you again, and yeah, thank you sa mga nakinig. Thank you sa member ng round table. Thank you guys for supporting me.
Thank you so much, guys. Good night and have a pleasant
Thank you, Beauty. Thank you, SP.
Good night.